Okay guys, good morning, what is it? It's Thursday morning. Like I said yesterday, we're not working today on regular work. I got a couple stumps I need to go grind, just kind of kick starting everything. I got y'all know that job that I looked at on that pond bank with a few trees. So they agreed to $3,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and I got one stump that I'm going to grind at one of my customers' house for $250, and she's right down the road from that job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there and do that one first, and then I'm going to go over there to that job that I'm going to be doing and go on and start grinding some of the stumps. Now that's another good thing about not getting paid by the hour over there, because if I were getting paid by the hour over there, then how would I be able to go over there and and grind a couple of stumps and pull off of there just because I'm out with the grinder? If you're doing it by the hour, then everything's got to take place at a certain time and a certain day or whatever. See, the way I like to work is I like to be efficient, the business be efficient overall. And if I can go out here and make $250 on a stump that I've been wanting to get out of my way anyway, and we're still in the practice mode, then that's good, because I can do that stump, get it out of the way, and then when I mow the grass over there too at the first property I'm going to, it's a pretty good sized stump, but there's a lot of roots, and I took the tree down and I was going to call my guy to grind the stump, right? And this was hell, I guess me and Zach took that tree down last year. It's a Bradford pear, junky tree, so but the roots are everywhere, all in there. She's already got some water holding issues and stuff with her backyard. So I'm gonna creep up in there with the grinder and get the 250. Probably take me, well, it'll take me probably 40 minutes or so, 35 minutes or so, but I'm gonna get it really good, all the roots too, because I know where they all are, and they're all in my way when I mow the grass. Yeah, so yeah, let me grab something real quick, y'all. Another thing about this grinder that I wish they could figure out some kind of way to implement it is to have a blade on it, right? And I know that would cost a few more $1,000s, but it would be another cylinder too that you're having to run the hydraulics off of, and there's only so much hydraulic power that my machine has. By now y'all will have seen a clip of one of my biggest fears, and one of the reasons why I have not bought a forestry mulcher. And I'm going to show y'all this video, and this is why. If y'all notice in that video, and I'll throw it up, it's a short that I found, I'll throw it up in here real quick, that wouldn't that be a nightmare, knowing you done spent, you know, $30,000, $40,000 on a freaking forestry mulcher, only to realize your machine can't run it like it needs to be ran. If you were to put that mulcher on a bigger machine with more hydraulic power, then that would be a great mulcher. Any of them are good if you got, as long as you got enough power to push them. And that's the thing about forestry mulchers. You got to have the power to push them. And one reason why I've been able to stay in business so long and be okay, I'm not a millionaire, but I'm okay, is I don't waste money like that. Could you imagine that, man? That would just be, well, to me, that would be just a devastating, right? Because you're not going to get your money back on that mulcher head. So, and at the end of the day, really any company that would sell you that, if they're a company, if you bought it from a auction or whatever, and it's brand new, you're still going to pay a pretty penny for it, 20 grand, 25 grand. You bought it because it was a deal. Well, 100 gallons, if I buy 100 gallons of milk, that's a deal too. But if I can't use 100 gallons of milk, then it don't matter what, it's all a waste. So I've been able to survive, and I'm not saying I'm great or nothing. I've been able to survive in this business out here because I don't make bad moves. I just don't. I mean, I don't want to say I don't make bad moves, I do, but I don't make devastatingly bad moves financially. I just don't, man. It's not, that's not that way. It's not forward, man. So let's get on over here and get this first stump done, and we'll just go from there, man. So there's an F-250 with 2 Skags on there, and they got the driver of the truck and 3 other guys in that truck. I mean, and they're pulling in my neighborhood. I know my neighbors don't spend no money, man. I mean, and there are not a lot of trees around. I mean, there's some trees, but nothing like you would. I don't see how they even make money, man, but I might be wrong, man. You know, I don't know everything. I just know what seems to be working for me most of the time. But yeah, I'm stoked to get over here and let's get some more money. So I didn't work the young man today. Well, like I was saying yesterday, I don't have a lot of lawns to do. I mean, I got some, but I'm trying to, you know, make sure that I space the stuff out. And as long as I got other work to do. Now, if I didn't have this to do, this other job to do, I got a job I need to go look at still. You know, but I don't want to pay somebody the kind of money that I pay out. I don't want to pay them to ride in the truck with me. So I pay for results, you know, and that means we got to be earning money, actually getting a check. So, and like I told him, and you guys, you know, I'm not, did I close my garage door? Oh my God. Who's calling me, man? So I just got approval on another job. It's like $1,400. So, I'm hyper paranoid about that. I closed my garage door. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. So I just got approval on another job. I hadn't even looked at it yet, and they want me to come over there and run. It's a residential property. I mean, I've been to the property before. I've done work for them before, but yeah. So, and that job's about 12 miles away, but that'll be sometime next week probably. I got another little tree job. They're gonna pay me $750 to snatch out a maple tree. I looked at it last month. So you always got to be, you know, to me, you always got to be, you know, thinking about tomorrow, and that's what I do. Well, I mean, I do that in everything, but when you're doing all the lawn maintenance in order to make, you know, top dollar out here, you can't. I mean, it's hard to pull off of that stuff with my labor issues like they are, and you know, go look at stuff. And my brain can only do so much at this point in time in my career. So I'm able to get down, you know, dwindle it down, get the lawns down to a point where I can see daylight, and then I can, you know, a day here, a day there, and I can go out with the skid steer. So now I'm not going to make no $1,500 today with the skid steer. I'm not. But if I can get those stumps, let's call it the pond job. If I can get those stumps ground out on the pond job over there, then that'll be less time I have to spend over there when we do the actual work, when they get the dumpsters there. Because I got to grind 6 stumps no matter what. So I can go and do that now, right? Because I'm right down the street doing this one stump for $250. So why not pull over there and spend a couple of hours over there grinding some of those stumps down that I'm going to have to do anyway to get to the $3,000 anyway. Well, Ray, if you had help out here, you could do this, and that. Yeah, nah. You got to know where your help's at, man. And I don't really have enough experience to help out here to be running chainsaws around the skid steer and kind of know everything without really taxing me mentally. So now after the trees are on the ground, yeah, I can bring some day labor out here. but that's not the case. So, I just got the $250 for the stump. She Venmoed me the $250 for the stump that I'm fixing to go do. Yeah. So the actual money today, I'll probably only get the $250, but I'll be, you know, $500 or $600 into the $3,000 over there on the pond job. So we can come back next week and do it, and do the rest of it. I gotta wait on a dumpster, and you know, if I gotta wait on a dumpster, then well, I'm obviously not gonna go over there and cut all the trees down if there's no dumpster to put them in, because then they'll be all in my way. Excuse me. So normally I would not park right here. Y'all see that driveway right there? But I know that that's an empty property. I know the owner. I've done work over there before too, and I might be able to get some work over there. They're doing well, it's empty right now. But normally I wouldn't park right here, you see, where that driveway's in the way, because somebody could back out and hit my trailer. So you don't want that, and you don't want to be in nobody's way. You want to be a little Bo Peep best you can when you're doing this kind of stuff, lawn maintenance or whatever. I don't like to make a big scene. With a machine like this and everything, by default, you're probably gonna, you're gonna be a lot more noticeable than anything else. I don't think I'll need the tooth bucket over here, but yeah. So. See, I put it down to where those plates are right there, and that makes it where I don't torque it down and bend anything, because those plates right there. So I'm learning. The one thing about right here, the chain going through there, it's going to scratch all that up, man, pretty bad over time. I might figure out some other way to do that. I'm not sure. I mean, I could always weld D-rings onto this thing. I like these right here, though. These are pretty cool. So, be all right. I want to throw the chips toward the fence. I know that's not, but that's what we want to do here, because that's the wash down there. Okay, y'all, so here's the stump. Y'all see the runners, look. And see, I do this backyard, and I'm always having to come over here because all this stuff keeps trying to grow up in here, and I'm having to weed eat it every time I come. So we're gonna just get all this. I'm gonna try not to disturb the ground too much on the back side here, but she understands that to get rid of this stump, it's gonna be some stuff. So the goal is to shoot everything that way, right? That makes sense. Toward the fence and toward where it naturally runs off. And I don't have to do a lot of cleanup over here, because I'll be over here with the mowers, and as long as I can run a mower through this stuff, it'll eventually go away. What I'll do is when I'm cutting the grass over here and doing the fall cleanups and all, whenever we get rain or whatever, what I'll do is I'll be able to just run the mower over and kind of shoot the chips. But the reason you can't get no grass in here is, well, number one, there's a lot of trees. Number two, the stump is just makes it where we can't manage anything over here without manual labor. And y'all know I ain't. And if they're gonna pay, right, 250 for this. So, but I'm gonna do a little bit overkill. I'm gonna get all this, man. See, that's the kind of thing that you can get with a grinder. Yeah, I mean, these runners are terrible, man. So, try to see where I can put y'all where y'all can see everything. Probably over here somewhere. To the side where y'all can see the wheel. Okay, y'all, so there it is. I hand raked it. I'm gonna, before I pull out of here, I'm gonna back the machine up and I'm gonna run over it with the machine, press it down, because it's kind of fluffy, and after it rains a couple times, then we need to bring some dirt in here or something. I kind of doubt she'll have to. I've been here about 45 minutes, so we'll round that up to an hour, because by the time I get done doing, you know, backing up and loading the machine back up, that's $250 an hour. You know, it's okay. And I'm learning. All right, y'all, so that's it, man. So it'll be a lot easier to mow the grass. So I got all these roots over here too, so we need rain bad. So I didn't see any big hard pieces or nothing in there. So yeah, even that right there is not yeah, nice. I believe you can throw some grass seed on this, throw some straw on top, and you're good to go. So another one bites the dust, y'all. All right, y'all, so I've been over here an hour total, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. 250. Now I'm gonna go right up the road here. We're gonna get started on that other job that I got, the $3,000 job, the pond job is what I'm gonna call it. So the pond job. Y'all know I'm gonna be clearing the pond here. Not clearing the pond, but I'm gonna get that and some of this right here, but not today. We're gonna take out that tree right there, that tree right there, and then that one right there. But today I'm just over here. I'm gonna just grind. I'm gonna go on and grind these stumps that I got right here. 1, 2, 3 stumps. So just to kind of get the job moving. And that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll start right here, and yeah, these are pine and they've been here for a minute. So one good thing about this thing too is, like, I could literally, that tree right there is leaning so hard, I can literally go into the bottom of it right here and grind, and it fall, because we know it's not going to fall the other way. There's nothing to hold it come back the other way. But I've noticed there's a lot of bees and stuff in here, a lot of yeah, hornets, bees, yellow jackets and all that. They love this pine in the shade and by water. You know, like, they love to be up in here. and you'll move a lot of pine needles like I just did with that thing right there, and you'll uncover a big ass bee hole. And yeah, so be aware. I'm gonna go on and try to get that one too. You know, I'm just gonna do these 3, and then that'll be 3 less I gotta do when we're over here, all right, doing the actual work. That's a nice pole right there. That'd be a good helper bar. I might take that home with me. Get this trash can out of the way. See, there's a bunch of bees and stuff. See that hole right there? Just want to get this kind of out of the way where I don't hit it or nothing. So now over here, I'm not going to have to rake or anything. Not today. Y'all, so I got all 3 of these. Now I don't have to worry about making this smooth or nothing, because we're going to take out that tree, and that tree. So, and the picnic table is going to be gone. All this is going to be regraded, so I'm not even worried about you know, smoothing it out like I did over at the other yard. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of get some of this work done, man. You know, that's how I roll, man. So yeah, over here, I was over here about 1 hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, not bad at all, really. But the goal over here is for all these trees to be gone. Now this one right here is still suspect. We're not sure if we're going to have enough room in the dumpster. You still might come out better with a chipper, man, over here. But a chipper and 1 dumpster. That would probably be the best scenario, because then you could chip up a lot of these branches, and you don't want. It'll be faster that way, I think. I'm going to talk to them today about it and see what he says. You've got to make quite a few trips up to the road to get all this, and you've got to cut these pieces about 10 foot long. The machine can pick up 4 or 5 of them, but still, that grinder ain't nothing nice, man. I mean, that sucker right there just, and it doesn't seem to tax the machine hardcore. I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, the hydraulic oil is the same temperature of running this thing as it is running the grapple bucket. You know, when I run the other brush cutter now, it seems to get a little warmer. But this thing right here is freaking awesome, man. Awesome. Y'all see, it'll raise some hell. You can regrade it. I mean, you could, yeah. So now, this looks like a big mess, but you come in here with a freaking tooth bucket, power rake or whatever. Yeah, this ain't nothing. But I'm not gonna hand rake none of this. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go get me a Sammy, man. Deuces. All right, man. So, yeah. That's got to be the easiest stump grinding jobs I've ever done. Ever since with this grinder. So far, so good, man. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it, man. Really, you know. Chucky's a beast, man. Chucky ain't nothing nice. I mean, it runs that thing pretty powerful. Y'all saw where, well, y'all didn't see where I cut that branch off. I cut a branch off. I'm gonna be back over there next week. I needed to cool off some. It's just too hot, man. I don't even want to do none of this kind of thing. I want it to be cold, man. You know, at least, you know, 60 degrees. I mean, damn, man. It's 85 degrees right now. Come on, man. Fucking November, dude. Come on. Ah. I don't like being up around all these construction zones. This is where the DOT be hanging out at, man. They just hanging out, waiting on somebody to come through, slipping. So that dude that reached out to me about the grinding, you know, from next door, I never heard back from him. So, you know, a lot of people just talk, man. You know, I'm a doer, man. And these jobs that I got for skid steer, they ain't going nowhere. I mean, the one I just started, that ain't going nowhere. I got one that I got to go look at, but they done approved 1,400, so that's a day, give or take. I told them, well, they're my friends, so you know, well, the good thing about being self-employed is you can do whatever you want to do as long as you can pay the piper on, you know. I don't like working by the day, but for a few people, I'll do that, man. But they know a day for me is not going to be no 9 or 10 hours. They know a day is going to be 6 or 7 hours. So roughly $230 an hour, something like that. But the biggest thing is they know I'll make it happen, whatever it may be. I'm going to pull in here and holler at my wife, y'all. Deuces.